Good morning, student. In new lecture of mathematics. In this lecture, I am going to start the new chapter probability that you already have learned in ninth standard. Now let's begin with some revising some basic concepts of probability. What is probability? Probability theory is nothing but the common sense reduced to calculation said by the Laplace, Simon Laplace, the great mathematician. In a simple word, what is the probability? What is the chance that a given event will occur is defined as probability. Probability is expressed in number between 0 and 1. Probability equal to 0 means event never happen and probability equal to 1 means it always happen. The total probability of all possible event always sums to be 1. Let's see the proper definitions given in the different books of mathematics. Probability is a measure of likelihood of an event to occur. Many events cannot be predicted with total certainty. We can predict only the chance of an event to occur is called as probability. How likely they are to happen using it. Okay, then probability can range in between 0 to 1, where 0 means the event to be an impossible one, means when the probability is 0 that event is impossible one, and 1 indicates a certain event that will definitely happen. The probability of all events in the sample space sum up to the 1. For example, when we toss a coin, either we get head or tail. Only two possible outcomes are possible. Okay, but if we toss two coins in the air, there could be three possibilities of an event to occur, such as both the coin shows the heads or both the shows the tail, or one shows head and one shows tail. But in practically if you are going to write the both the coin shows head, that is HH, both the coin shows tail, that is TT. But in the third possibility, first can show the head and other is tail. And second possibility in that also is first shows the tail and second will shows the head. Means total four possibilities are there. Now, probability defined as the long-term proportion of times the outcome occur. This is another definition from another book. There are some terms such as experiment, outcome, sample space, event. We are going to just revise it. Any activity for which the outcome is uncertain is called experiment. Means whatever any act or process is called as experiment. The result of a single performance of experiment is called as outcome. Sample space means collection of all the possible outcome is called as a sample space. Event is collection of outcomes from sample space, means single outcome or two or three outcomes which are collected from the sample space are called events. Here some tabular form, and in the reference book I took this definition all together. You have to write this all in your maths notebook. Same sample space, the set of all possible outcomes. Example, tossing a single coin, sample space S denoted by S, it is given in the curly bracket H comma T. Rolling a die, sample space, when a single die you are going to roll, in a curly bracket 1 2 3 4 comma, like that you have to denote the sample space and write the sample space. Sample point, it is one of the possible result, means whatever the possible result, means suppose if rolling a die, 1 is the sample point. Okay, here example I took the, in a deck of cards 4 of heart is a sample point, means if you are taking out any point and it is 4 of the heart, it is one of the sample point. Okay. Experiment, or it also called as a trial, a series of action where the outcomes are always uncertain is called as experiment. Already we defined, this is a different definition, means same definition but in a different language it is written. You can write any one of the definition for the experiment. The tossing a coin is experiment. Selecting card from the deck of a card is experiment. Throwing two dice are the experiment. Event, it is a single outcome of an experiment. If you are taking one of the outcome from the experiment that is called as event. Means taking a head while tossing a coin is an event. Outcomes. All possible results of experiment are called outcome. Tail is possible outcome of coin when it is tossed. Means this outcome and events are not quite have the difference, but whatever asked in the example means getting a head, what is the probability, then getting a head is your event. Complementary event. The non-happening event is called as a complementary event of a given event A. Means in a standard 52 card of deck, if event A is draw a heart, then complementary of A is don't draw a heart. Means remaining card without heart are called a complementary event. Impossible event. The event cannot happen is called as an impossible event. Tossing a coin. Tossing a coin and impossible to get both head and tail. If you are tossing a single coin, you will not get head and tail. Head and tail together. That is called an impossible event. Now types of probability. There are two major types of probabilities: theoretical probability and experimental probability. Theoretical probability is based on the possible chances of something to happen. The theoretical probability is mainly based on the reasoning behind probability. For example, if coin is tossed, theoretical probability said that either we will get head, and probability of getting head is half, because you are not carrying out the experiment, you just predict what will be the probability. But what is the experimental probability? Experimental probability is based on the basis of the observation of an experiment. The experimental probability can be calculated based on the number of possible outcome by the total numbers of trial. For example, if a coin toss 10 times, then head is recorded 6 times, then the experimental probability of getting head is 6 upon 10, or in a reduced form 3 by 5. This is the difference between the theoretical probability and experimental probability. If you are carried many of the experiment and some results are recorded, and according to that you have to find out the probability of given event. Okay, here comparative study I have given in the formula. Experimental probability is number of times the event occur upon total numbers of trial, and in theoretical probability that formula is written like number of favorable outcomes upon total number of possible outcomes. From this example you can get the idea what is the difference between the experimental probability and theoretical probability. Now let us see some types of event. There are equally likely event, impossible event and sure event. These are some definition, and in the other ways I have written here. When the equally likely events means what? When the events have the same theoretical probability of happening, then they are called equally likely event. The result of sample space are called equally likely if all of them have the same probability of occurring. Means every event has the same probability to occur. For example, if you throw a die, then the probability of getting 1 is 1 by 6, or probability of getting any number from 1 to 6 is 1 by 6. Okay, hence the following are some example are equally likely events when throwing a die. Getting a 3 and 5 on throwing a die, means either getting a 3 or 5. Throwing a die, again probability is 1 by 6. Getting an even number and odd numbers on the die. You know there are 3 odd numbers and 3 even numbers between from 1 to 6, and then each of have the probability of getting even is 3 by 6 and odd is also 3 by 6. So these are the equally likely event. Getting 1, 2, 3 on a rolling die are the equally likely event, since the probabilities of each events are equal. Complementary event. I have already discussed the definition of complementary event. Now here I am going to just elaborate that concept. The probability that there will be only two outcomes, we state that an event will occur or not. Like a person will come or not to your house. Getting complementary event, the possible that there will be only two outcome, we state that an event will occur or not. Like a person will come or not come to your home. getting a job or not getting a job are the complementary event. Basically, the complementary event of an event occurring is the exact opposite to the probability of it is not occurring. Means if it is event occurring, complementary of that is not occurring. Okay. Now some more examples are here. It will rain or not rain today. These are both are the complementary event of each other. The student will pass the exam or not pass the exam. These are both are the complementary event of each other. Now, impossible event and sure event. If the probability of occurrence of the event is 0, such event is called as impossible event. And if the probability of occurrence of event is 1, then it is called as sure event. In other words, the empty set phi, it is denoted as phi, it is the Greek letter, is an impossible event, and the sample space S is a sure event. मतलब complete the sample space is a sure event. Complementary event is written as complementary event of any even event is denoted as even dash. Okay, or if you are writing E, somewhere it is denoted as E bar also, which represent the remaining element of the sample space. Means E1 is equal to S minus E1 dash, or E1 plus E1 complement is always the equal to the sample space. If a die is rolled, then the sample space S given by S equal to 1 to 6. If the event even represent all the outcome which is greater than 5, then even is greater than 4, then it is 5 and 6. And then what will be the complement? Remaining all are set in the set 1 2 1 2 3 and 4. Means E1 dash is the complement of the event E1. Similarly, complement of E1, E2, E3, En can be represented by E1 dash, E2 dash, E3 dash, so on. In NCERT, it is denoted by E bar. Okay. Now we will see some sample spaces and when the coins are tossed. Okay. You know very well when the one coin is tossed, sample space is only H comma T. Now how to represent the sample space in different way I have shown here. Please go through it. When it is in listed form, how to write tabular form and T diagram. This T diagram is generally asked in the exam. The sample space is written in the curly bracket all 4 outcomes. You know this. You already done this in the 9th standard too. Now next, when the 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, then this is the T diagram represented how to write the all outcomes, and it is very easy way to do rather than remembering all the order. And if you are writing all the outcomes like HHH, HHT, HTH, HTT, THH, THT, TTH and TTT in a curly bracket, then it is called as sample space. Now we will see the playing cards probability. These are the 4 you are looking here. That now you know that the standard deck of card has 52 cards and 4 suits. That 4 suits having 2 red and 2 black, as shown in picture. From picture it is clear to you. Now these are the face card. Okay, Jack, Queen and King in all the 4 suits. Means total face cards are 3. Please keep in mind that Joker is not a face card. It is the extra card given in the deck. In a standard deck there are only 52 cards. Now let us see the probability of rolling die. Sample space for one die, you know that. Now we will see the sample space of 2 dice. Okay, when this is horizontally given the numbers on the dice 2 and vertically given dice 1. Now all the possible outcomes are given here, and if you write it this all possible in the curly bracket, then it is called as a sample space. Now in a blue 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 and 6 6 are called as doublet, because this doublet question is generally asked, so I mentioned here. Okay, now there is a one formula to find the total number of outcomes in the sample space, or to represent the sample space. You have learned this in the 7th standard, probably in 8th standard too. Now, how to list the sample space? Use the formula a raised to power n, where a is a number of possible outcome of an single event and n is the number of events. Now, rolling a one die. Event is rolling a die. It is a event. And what are the total number of outcome in that event are 6. 1 to 6 number are out. Therefore, 6 is a number of all possible event, and 1 is the number of one event, single event is happen there. So 6 raised to power 1. When you throw the two dice, there are two events happen, one die and second die, rolling a one die and second die. These are the two events. Total number of events are happening there 2, and number of all possible outcome of an event, it means in a single event, in every single event you are getting 1 to 6. Therefore there will be 6 raised to power 2. Therefore 36 numbers are there in outcomes. Okay, for coin also like that. Here one coin toss, then 2 raised to power 1. Only one event tossing a coin. If two coins are tossed simultaneously, means two events are happen. One thing again you keep in mind, that rolling a die twice again gives the same number of outcome, because here rolling a die twice, again two events are happen. You are rolling the die two times, first time, second time. Therefore there are number of events are 2. Okay, so this is for all how to find the how to find the number of outcome, what is mean by outcome, all basic we revise in this video, and hope so you are going to write this in your notebook properly, and try to do some example, basic example done by you in the 9th standard for the revision. We will see the more examples from NCERT and other books in the next video. Thank you dear children, and stay home, stay safe. Thank you.